everyone, it's Elaine. Thanks for joining me today on my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing this Cheering For You stamp set from Clearly Besotted. It's got these really cute little pandas on it and I'm going to turn it into a birthday card for my mum. And I have used some Copic friendly cardstock and heat treated that with my embossing buddy. I've stamped it in VersaFine Onyx Black ink, coated it with clear embossing powder and heated it with my heat tool. It's all nice and melted, and now I'm colouring it with my Copic. So I like these pandas because there's not an awful lot of colouring to do on them. It's fairly simple. So I decided that as there were so many of them, I was going to do a rainbow style card. So I coloured each of them up in different rainbow colours. So here I've used pinks and I'm using my R80s for this. And I have kept quite a lot of the colouring in, but it's not too lengthy because I don't show the colouring of all the faces. I use my cool grey markers for their faces and a little bit of their bodies that you can see there. Obviously I only show me colouring a couple of those because it is the same on each panda. So I am going to play some music and I shall see you once I've finished that. So I finished colouring my pandas now. I'm really happy with how they turned out. They look really cute and sweet. I'm going to go over them with a little bit of Wink of Stella and just over their pom-poms and their, all the bits that I've coloured. And then I haven't got dies for these, so I just fussy cut them out. And actually it was fairly simple. I'm not really that great at fussy cutting, but I didn't find this too terrible, to be honest. They're quite small, so I just kept the paper moving as much as I could. And yeah, pretty simple. They look okay. So now I've taken just a piece of white cardstock. I've used my Lawn Fawn quilted backdrop die, and then I've taken my grid die out of the MFT Blueprints 27, and I've just cut that grid out of that panel. So I don't need that piece. I've actually cut it out again out of some silver glitter cardstock. It's actually a gift bag which I've cut up. But so I'm just arranging my pandas, having a little play with how I think I might like it to look. And then this is some purple paper from, I think it's MFT. And I decided to use that as my background piece. So here I'm just decided actually I'm going to turn it into a shaker card. So I've put some double-sided adhesive all over that grid panel. And then just laid over some acetate and just trim that down so it's all nice and flat against the card. So now I'm just popping down some foam tape. Just all over that panel. And then I'm trimming down my piece of card or paper that's going to go in the background. So I'm just sort of adhering everything together now. So I decide that actually I want the word mum on the front because I thought that would fit nicely in those 3 little squares. So it's just some white glitter paper here that I've got. And I just use, these are Lawn Fawn Quinn's alphabet dies. Really like these, they're a really nice size. And obviously I have to use that M again, and I cut out another one of those M's. Use my piercing tool just to get that out of the die. And there's my other M. And I just adhere these down with some liquid adhesive, really sparingly, don't use very much at all. And then what I like to do is I like to turn that panel over and then sort of press them down from the other side. I think you'll see me do this with the pandas. Because I've already adhered that foam tape, I can't really press down very hard to make sure that they're really stuck down. And I thought I'd let little green one, she looks like she's jumping, so I decided to pop her up a little bit higher. There we go. Just I go along all of those pieces and just press them down a little bit further into the acetate. So I take my anti-static powder tool, and here I just add in lots of different bits of bling from my stash. I've got some Nouveau confetti, some clear sequins, and these are just some really cute little iridescent stars that I got from a shop here in the UK that sells really sort of quirky different bits and bobs. Got some really nice stars that I got at a garden centre one Christmas. They come in handy. This was a Christmas find at a garden centre as well, if I can get them out. And I just try and place the sequins roughly where the gaps are going to be for the panel that sits on top. I wasn't rushing this card, but it wasn't a card that I wanted to spend lots and lots of time on because I didn't have lots of time. So I'm gradually just filling all those little areas up with sequins and stars, hearts, a little bit of everything on this one. So once I'm happy with that, I then go ahead and, oh no, I add some more sparkle. And now I remove my foam tape from the back panel. And then once I'm happy, just press that down, and there's my shaker card, which I thought looked really nice. I'm super happy with it. And then I just adhere the whole thing to a A2 size card base, which I've made myself. And then press everything down. And that is it. So I decided just to quickly show you what I do inside this. I use some Delicata gold ink for the fireworks, and for the actual sentiment I just stamped that out in VersaFine Onyx black ink. I think these little sort of firework stamps that come in the set are really cute. Just finished the card off nicely, and that ink worked really well with these. So there's my card. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment, and I shall see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.